Good morning, everyone, and welcome back to Raw Sports Talk. In this edition, we're going to do my way too early predictions. And in this way too early prediction, I'm going to do the NFL and the NFL quarterbacks. So this video is going to be based about how many teams I think are going to have a new starting quarterback next season in the NFL. I think there's going to be quite a few. And this does even include the teams who did draft the #1 overall quarterback this year, like the Dolphins with Tua, because I don't think he's going to start this year. So it's probably going to piss off quite a few fans because I think there's going to be a lot of turnover because of the things that have recently happened in the NFL with teams drafting quarterbacks in the first round, even though they have a legend over there in Aaron Rodgers, or just getting ready to replace someone just in case he gets hurt, like the Eagles will with Carson Wentz. So I'm going to read off the list of teams, and I'm going to tell you who I think is going to end up having a new quarterback next year. Starting off, we're going to have the Jacksonville Jaguars, the Indianapolis Colts, the Houston Texans, the Philadelphia Eagles, the Green Bay Packers, the Chicago Bears, the Detroit Lions, the Minnesota Vikings, the Miami Dolphins, the Washington Redskins, the Patriots, the Denver Broncos, and the Las Vegas Raiders. Now, I know that that's a lot of teams lumped together, but this is my reason why. I think enough teams have information on Gardner Minshew, and he had that one-year rookie fluke. Stitch, would you like to come and join me? Come here, come on, up. I don't know if you can see him, but this little noisemaker in the background who's growling at me is Stitch. And whenever I come to record these videos, he loves to come and go into his little toy chest and go dig out his little football-y or something like that. So if you want to go get your ball, go get your ball. Okay, so as I was saying, the Jacksonville Jaguars. Definitely going to replace Gardner Minshew. That's just my personal opinion. I think that he's cheap, and it won't take very much because they're probably going to have one of the worst records in the league, and they're probably going to replace him with Trevor Lawrence. The Indianapolis Colts are my second choice, just because I believe Philip Rivers is going to retire, so they're going to need a new quarterback, and they're not going to re-sign Jacoby Brissett because they know what he is now. So that's unfortunate. They're going to be looking for a quarterback in the draft or one of these superstar quarterbacks who are going to be, in my opinion, traded. Number 3 is the Houston Texans. We've seen what Bill O'Brien has done over there with Houston. I feel truly sorry for Texans fans because I don't think that he's going to want to sign there long term. You're probably going to end up franchising him, which is only going to piss him off more. And if he decides that he's going to say, I'll hold out and not play and force the Texans into trading him, I think that's going to be the more logical thing of what's going to happen, especially with how all of these athletes now, especially in the NFL, are demanding trades and wanting out. The Philadelphia Eagles have already drafted their heir apparent to Carson Wentz and Jalen Hurts. I think that Wentz is going to get hurt, he's going to go down, and then the Eagles are going to look to dump salary and trade him somewhere to yet again one of these teams that are on this list. Next, we've got the Green Bay Packers. Another very similar situation. I don't think that they're going to take as much time as they did with Brett Favre and Aaron Rodgers, where they're going to bench him for 3 years. I think that the franchise has had enough of Rodgers. For whatever it is, we're not in the locker room, so we don't know. But I think that his antics have finally caught up with him. And I mean, what is he looking for? He's looking for more offensive weapons over there in Green Bay, and they just don't want to give it to him. Then we've got the Chicago Bears. For a different reason than the Texans, for mismanagement. How funny would it be if the Chicago Bears end up trading, Deshaun Watson, and end up getting him, 3 years later when they should have picked him in the draft. Mitch Trubisky shouldn't even be in the NFL. He shouldn't even be a backup. There are guys who don't have jobs who are better than this man. So that's why I believe that he's going to be gone. Matthew Stafford is a top 10 quarterback. Statistically, fantasy football-wise, realistically, when it comes to winning games, I think they've had 3 playoff wins in his era, and that was with Calvin Johnson. Yes, I know that he's putting up 5,000 yards throwing to nobody, but if the Lions are smart, which they haven't been, they'll trade Matthew Stafford, get something for him, and then get a rookie, because a rookie can go 6-10, and so can Matthew Stafford. The Minnesota Vikings are on this list, and I think that the NFC North is pretty much going to do a clean sweep of all their quarterbacks. Kirk Cousins is going to lead the Minnesota Vikings to the playoffs, and then Kirk Cousins is going to be Kirk Cousins and fumble the ball or turn the ball over and not be able to win the game or win the big game like has happened throughout his entire career, which is sad because for Vikings fans, you've had so much hope and so much talent on your team, only to have the quarterback throw it away. So that's why I think the Vikings are going to be in the market for one of these quarterbacks that are going to be on this list. The Miami Dolphins, as I said in the opening, I think that Ryan Fitzpatrick is just going to open up the season, and being that he opens up the season, Tua is not going to start the season as the starter, and he'll start next season as the starter. Hopefully they'll have secured a high enough draft pick where they can improve their offensive line, and this way Tua doesn't get killed, you know, this season and next season and going on into the future. The Washington Redskins. It's a shame to say this because they're not even really going to give their quarterback a very fair chance. They've got a new head coach, and Dwayne Haskins may or may not be the answer, but the Redskins are going to be so bad that they're also going to be in the Trevor Lawrence sweepstakes. And I believe if they have the opportunity to take him, they will, and bye-bye Dwayne Haskins. Or if one of these other quarterbacks like Aaron Rodgers becomes available, you know, que sera, sera. The New England Patriots, Jarrett Stidham, I'm sorry. This is a lost season for Patriots fans, and if any one of these quarterbacks like Watson, which a lot of people presume is going to go to the Patriots, which how sad would that be? They get rid of Tom Brady, they have one shitty season, and then boom, they get Deshaun Watson, and then right back to the Super Bowl. The Denver Broncos. There are a lot of people who are high on Drew Lock. I'm not very high on Drew Lock, and I think that the three worst teams in the NFL this year are going to be the Jacksonville Jaguars, the Washington Redskins, and the Denver Broncos. So one of those three teams is going to end up eventually landing Trevor Lawrence. I know that the Broncos were 7-9, but if you're the Broncos and you were 7-9 last season with Lock, now the teams are going to have tape on Drew Lock. So it's going to be a little bit more difficult for him this year, and they do call it the sophomore slump for a reason. Then we have the Las Vegas Raiders. I truly believe that John Gruden isn't sold Derek Carr, so they're going to end up trading him for nothing, like right around the draft next year, and the Raiders will end up with a new quarterback in their second season in Allegiant Stadium. There's another team on this list, and it's the Los Angeles Chargers. I don't know why I didn't write them down, but I don't think that Justin Herbert is going to start the season, sort of like what's going to happen with Tua in Miami. I think that Tyrod Taylor is going to start there, and then we're going to go from there where Justin Herbert is the starter next year and not this year. So those are my way too early predictions of all the teams that I think are going to be looking for a quarterback. And yeah, it's crazy to say that there's going to be, 14 teams in the NFL looking for a quarterback, but shit like this happens every year. Now, to predict where team players are going to go, that I haven't decided yet. I'm going to put that in another video. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Don't forget to like and subscribe. This is going to be my way too early series, so, give me the love, give me the hate. I'll catch you guys in the next episode. I'm out.
Ooh, baby, I like it raw. Yeah, baby, I like it raw.